Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Unprophetic channel and welcome back to this Kivy series. Now today we're going to be learning how to work with labels. So labels are basically a way to put text on the screen to, kind of direct the user and all. They're pretty simple to use. So last video we created our one screen application. If we run it, we should have this just example. So to make a label, what we do is in main menu screen, we're going to create a label and we're going to set the size to root.width and root.height. So root.width and root.height means that we're going to basically set the size of this label to the size of the screen. And that doesn't make much sense now, but it will in the future. Next, we can add text to this label. So if we do text, and any string that you put here will be displayed on the label. So if we put my dog went to the store, save it, and then run it. There we go. My dog went to the store. In the middle of the window. Okay, so that's basically the bare basics of a label. We got the size and we got the text. Now, what we're gonna do next is set text size to self.size. Now, if we run this again, we see that the text is now at the bottom left of the window. Now, how do we put the text back in the middle of the label? We can do horizontal align center and vertical align center, which will put the text back in the middle of the label. Now, you might be thinking, why do we have to put this when we can just leave it as this? Well, putting text size is just so that you have more flexibility of where you want to put the text within the label. So now, what if you want to change the background color of the label? So what we're going to do is do background color, and we're going to set it to gray. And the way background color works is that it uses the RGBA system: red, green, blue, and A I just think of as opacity. So if I wanted to make this white, I would do 1, 1, 1, 1. And if I wanted to make it gray, I would do 1, 1, 1.5. So next we do something called canvas before. We set the color to RGBA self.background color. The self is important here. And we're going to create a rectangle and set size to self.size, and position is just self.pause. So we're going to run this, and as you can see here, the label is now gray. Let's just throw in one more color example. So what if you want to make it blue? We would do 0, 0, so only the blue is showing up. Or let's make this the opacity 1. And there we go, we got a blue label. So now you're probably thinking, what if you want to change the text of the label? Now there are a lot of different attributes to change the text of the label: the size, the bold, italic. Now we're going to start by changing the size of the text, because right now our text looks a little bit too small for a window. So to change the text, we do font size, and it accepts a size in pixels. So we're going to set it to 100 right now. We're going to run that. And there we go. Our text is now bigger within our window. It looks like it fits pretty well. So how do we change this text to different styles? First, we have bold, and it accepts a Boolean value. So let's just say true. We're going to also set italic to true. And we're also going to do underline true. So let's see how that looks. So as you can see, this text is now bolded, it is italicized, and it is underlined. So right now you can see that like changing the text is really not that hard. We can also change the color of the text using the RGBA format. So if we do color, let's say we want to make the text green. We would do 0, 1, 0, 1. See how that looks. There we go. My dog went to the store. The underline will also be green. Now what if we want to add like an outline to our text? Well, we have to do two things. Outline color and outline width. Both of these are pretty self-explanatory. Outline width accepts an integer, which represents like the amount of pixels that you want the width to be. And outline color also uses the RGBA format. The outline color uses RGB format. So let's make this outline color black. And we're going to set the outline width to 10. There we go. There's a nice outline around our text. 10 pixels, 10 pixel outline. Now, what if we want to make our label multiple lines? We would have to do multi-line equals true, or not equals, true. And we're going to extend this. There we go. It's 2 lines now. Now, what if we want to like make it double spaced? Right now, line height equals 1 or is 1. So what if we want to double space it? We would just change it to 2. There we go. The text is now double spaced. And also we can set max lines, like the amount of lines you want in your label. So we're going to set max lines to 1. And what will that do? There we go. If the text is too long, the program will just cut it off. But if we extend it here, then we can see the full text.